Welcome to Dark Knight Films Reviews and another comedy and drama night. Tonight, I will be reviewing The Philadelphia Experiment, released in 1984. Directed by Stewart Raffill, from a script by William Gray and Michael Janover. Starring Michael Pare, Nancy Allen, Eric Christmas, Bobby DeCicco, Louise Latham, Stephen Tobolowsky, and Kene Holliday. Now, as any of you have been watching this channel know, I'm a huge fan of Michael Pare as an actor. I don't think he gets enough credit. He's highly underrated as an actor. And everything that I've ever seen him in, even some of these movies that he got screwed over royally, such as there was a Steven Seagal film that he did that he was playing the villain in, and he just completely got shafted by Seagal in the end and made to look horrible in there. His performance was still good in that film, even though he got shafted by Seagal, like most actors playing opposite him as villains and everything. But let me get on that in another point. But he is always solid in any film that he does. And this one is one that he gives an excellent performance in. He plays this character of David who, when the military tries this experiment of time travel, unbeknownst to him as far as being on this battleship, him and his friend Jim, as played by Bobby DeCicco, are pushed forward in time to the current date of present day 1984, and the dismay of what he is going through and what is happening, and trying to figure out what he's going through and what happened. It only gets worse when Jim becomes very ill and he has to leave him behind. And that's when he teams with Nancy Allen's character of Allison Hayes. And she and Michael Pare go on this little bit of a trek to try and figure out what happened and how he can get back to his time period and make things right from what the military has done to him here. And because he doesn't want to be in this time period. He was forced into this. And the performance of him throughout this is just excellent. And I love it when he meets up with a former friend of his, now an older person, and played by the excellent Eric Christmas, who is now a doctor, as Dr. Jim Longstreet. And this character, I already loved Eric Christmas from his role in the Porky's films, but man, it was just so cool to see him playing in a serious film and getting to play such a nice, meaty little role here, actually trying to help Michael Pare and Nancy Allen in here. And it is just such an excellently done film. And ironically, the story was originally written by John Carpenter. So, and even though it did go through many rewrites and stuff through the writers William Gray and Michael Janover, you can still see a little bit of Carpenter in this film. Even though he did not direct it and he did not really write the whole thing, you can just see the bits that there are that Carpenter was involved in this. And that's just shows how powerful his influence can be. This is a highly underrated film, and it didn't do that well at the box office when it first came out, unfortunately. And it did gain a little bit more traction on cable in the later years after its release in the theaters, thanks to cable networks like HBO and Cinemax and stuff like that. But it is a very well-made, well-acted film, and it has such a cool plot that is so unusual. And I think it is probably one of Michael Pare's better performances. I don't think it's his best performance. That goes to another film that I've kind of already covered on here with Eddie and the Cruisers 2, Eddie Lives. But this one was a very, very strong performance from him. And, you know, he has a great chemistry with both Nancy Allen and Eric Christmas in this. So it just helps when you have people working off of each other and connecting the way that they do in this film. And it just pulls you into the story and makes you care for those characters. And I was along for the ride and cared about David from the get-go. And it helped having all these great people working with him in this film. So my final review for The Philadelphia Experiment. I am going to give this film a 9.8 out of 10. Now, this film could have been a 10 out of 10, but there were, you know, certain issues with the way that the writers rewrote and redid some of what Carpenter wrote in his original story. I think could have been done a little better. But overall, the direction really does make it feel like a Carpenter film, like I said, and that makes me nostalgic for it. I really do love this film. But what do you guys think of The Philadelphia Experiment? Do you agree with my review? Do you disagree? Let me know in those comments down below. And as usual, if you enjoyed this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to click that bell icon so you can be notified about future videos just like this one. And while you're by the subscribe button, click that join button and become a Dark Knight fan. As a Dark Knight Fan Plus member, you have access to an area on this channel where you can request a movie, TV series, or ranking video of your choosing. And when that video goes up, it will go up for all Plus members prior to it going up on the schedule for other subscribers. So if you want to get interactive and help me to get more movies, TV series, or ranking videos that I might not normally cover on this channel, become a Plus member. Well, that's the end of another Comedy and Drama Night. If you missed last week's Comedy and Drama Night, check out the link above. Or if you missed any of the videos during Comedy and Drama Night, check out this playlist and get caught up on anything you've missed.